Conferenza stampa prepartita di Triestina Provercelli. Mister, andiamo a Trieste sicuramente ripartendo dall'atteggiamento.
I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on!
That seemed to give the squad a boost, you know. And the chosen ones in particular seemed revitalised. Game after game, they stepped up. The new tactic sent us on an unbelievable run. Them 10 games without a win are long in the distant memory. As coming off the big announcement, we squashed that run and replaced it with one defeat in 14. We've shot to 8th in the table, and with 3 games to go, we are chasing down Europe only 4 points off. Admit it, you were worried a little bit, right? A little bit. But this version of the 4-2-4 has, pardon my French, kicked ass. They have absolutely battered teams, highlighted by that last match. This is one of the giants of Italian football, Lazio, and if you look at the match stats, we absolutely obliterated them away from home. Now, going into it, I used the scout report again, went to the weaknesses, which is always a good thing, and player struggling for form is my new favourite one. And even better when it's the opposition goalkeeper. This one told me that Andrei Lunin has struggled for form with an average rating of just 6.5 in his last 5 matches. Now, him being a goalkeeper, that means he's really struggling. So for that match, I slotted on straight away shoot on sight. I wanted my boys shooting at him, putting him under pressure. And pretty much straight away, that's what we did. Look at Condello listening to the team instructions and absolutely whipping one in from distance, which he just about kept out. So a stunning run, thanks to that minor change to the tactic. The striker has moved to inside forward, and we found a place for one of our chosen ones, Sulaj, as an advanced playmaker. A lot of the time he tucks into there, meaning Capone can bomb on. This has resulted in him being much more of an attacking threat, and he's started to clock some assists now as well. If I highlight 2 players, Capone the right back and the advanced playmaker of Sulaj, you can see where he's at. He's very rarely out wide, even though that's his start position. You can see, look at him harassing the opposition centre back, and he stays there, allowing our right back to dominate that right hand side. So they are absolutely flying. It's just a shame that the season's coming to an end, because we would absolutely be on the heels of that European spot. At the minute it might be too late, because we are 4 points off Bologna and Atalanta, but the goal difference is absolutely locked together. And if you look at our last 3 matches, they are really tough. We've got Inter, Fiorentina and then Monza at home. So it's going to be pretty tough to catch them. But thoughts have already started for next season. We're going to keep that tactic because it seems to be working, and we've made our first signing already. Diego Carabali is going to be joining from our little place in Colombia. I swear to God I have not got some dodgy drug farm out there. But you can see why I've got him. He's 19 years old. Have you seen physicals like that on a 19-year-old winger? Add to that determination, passing and technique, this boy could be really special. Speaking of key signings, the pickup of Renato Vega on a free transfer proved to be essential. He came in with 8 appearances, 8 starts, 3 goals, 2 assists, right when we turned it around. Speaking of turnarounds, the club finances 25 million. And you may notice something different in the facilities. Since I threatened to leave us, they did agree and they improved the junior coaching, funding, and it's now up to a 10 rating. Sometimes getting a bit harsh and taking a risk and taking an interview at a big club pays off. And we're still wanted. It seems now they realise what we've done for the club and they've classed us as untouchable. And the supporters love us too. So if they don't agree to our demands, there might be a riot. Having said that though, they continue to reject my requests to improve the youth facilities. I can't deny that is still really frustrating. Not just from the supporters either. You can see here in the dynamic screen, under team happiness, the entire squad is pretty happy. The odd concern here, but nobody unhappy at all. Very rare that. With 3 matches to play, we'd clocked in our best ever Serie A finish. In the match against Inter, it was one of those games where we got a bit outclassed, despite having a load of chances. Then a heartbreaking 95th minute loss to Fiorentina. The season's just ending a little bit flat. In our final game of the season against Monza, they had an interesting approach to stop us scoring, but it didn't work, as a move that involved nearly everyone in the team cut them open. Check it out. And that consolidated our position in 8th, we've got to be happy with that, especially after that run we went on mid-season. So a really successful season overall, despite that clutch of games in the middle where I won't lie to you, I was panicking a bit because I could not see an end in sight. But the end of the season was superb. Look at that. Greens all over the place, some big wins, and yeah, really good. So next season, where can we improve? And this is the conundrum that I have got. So Kuol has just jumped in for Ruti Galano, who finished the season injured. But if I put him back in the team, and that's probably our starting first choice 11, all looks well and good. However, Di Marino is now 31 now, and he hasn't had the best of seasons. 6.71. This is the conundrum, because to improve this team, it probably needs to be in this position. Do I attempt to sell a chosen one player? Meaning Rizzo then becomes the chosen one again, freeing up a spot? Or is that against the overall save principles? I'm battling with it. Other than that, it's worth taking a risk and getting some elite backups in to replace players that are having a bad game, maybe at half-time. That's the other way around it. In other news, I thought you might find this interesting. The World Cup squads have been named, and Ruben's now a Spanish international and is valued at 75 to 89 million. Let's not forget our board took 9. But let's concentrate on us and the positives. Last season 11th, this season 8th, and we've gained 10 points overall. And then out of nowhere, the board gave me some stunning news. They're actually going to give us £10 million transfer budget and a wage budget of 450. That is huge news. 10 million for us is ginormous, plus the wage budget. That'll help us to move it around between the two. And at this stage in 2030, there's loads of free agents coming up on the market. This could be a landmark pre-season for us because we've got the chance now to really bulk up this squad and make it the best we've ever had. Like I said, the previous problems where we need this 6 in the team, this is the nature of the beast. That does stay. So the only real positions we can look to improve are fullbacks, which are already really good, and one of the midfielders. One thing's for sure, we don't need to change Esposito up front because he's bagged in 17 goals in 26 starts this season, and he's only getting better. And one last thing, maybe I was being a bit too harsh on the chosen one, David Di Marino, because look at this. Key tackles, the man's on top of the league. He's had the most key tackles the entire season. And in fact, he's our only player in that top 20. I reckon he's good for another season. And in other news, we're getting a new stadium, but it's going to take 3 years to finish. Oh well. Oh yeah, one more thing.